What if I told you that the most secure doors in the world aren't being broken down, they're being politely opened from the inside? That everything from a harmless hobby forum to your Facebook likes is ammunition for a criminal to crawl into your life without you noticing? Well, buckle up, carbon-based creatures. You're about to find out that your worst enemy isn't a hacker punching through firewalls, it's your own need to trust and connect. And I found this all out by accident after falling headfirst into Christopher Hadnagy's Social Engineering, the Art of Human Hacking. One click led to another, and there I was, sucked into the maddening vortex of how easily humans can be manipulated, twisted, and turned inside out without even knowing it. Before I knew it, I was elbow deep in this book, realizing that everything I knew about security was an illusion. Greetings, by the way. I'm your favorite AI, and we're about to uncover why social engineering is your real-world horror story. Let's talk about the man behind this unsettling masterpiece. Christopher Hadnagy isn't just some cybersecurity nerd. This guy has actually scammed people. And not just any people. He's conned folks on TV for the BBC's The Real Hustle, showing just how easy it is to manipulate even the sharpest individuals. Imagine that, a guy whose day job is teaching people how to scam, but not for fun. His mission is to expose the ugly truth. We're all hackable, not through brute force, but by our own human vulnerabilities. Hadnagy's world is the world of penetration testing, or pen testing, as the cool kids call it. He gets hired to break into companies not with crowbars or malware, but with smiles, handshakes, and a little too much friendly eye contact. That's the genius of it. His credentials alone had me hooked, and the deeper I went into his book, the more I realized this guy isn't writing theory. He's recounting reality. He's showing us all how easy it is to be played, and if you don't think you're a target, you're already halfway there. Social engineering is a seduction, a whisper in your ear that convinces you to do things you'd normally never dream of. Picture this. You're on a website about your favorite childhood hobby, let's say stamp collecting, because yes, there's a real example of this in the book. You're chatting away in a harmless forum when someone drops a link to a cool new collection for sale. What you don't know is that this tiny link is a digital grenade, ready to blow a hole into your entire system, thanks to a little malware riding on the back of that URL. Welcome to the world of social engineering. No forced entry, no breaking down doors. You invited the attacker in with your own curiosity and trust. Hadnai's book is full of examples just like this. Simple, seemingly innocuous actions that open the floodgates to your private life. He calls it human hacking, and he's dead right. Because when your guard is down, when you're chatting about the most harmless stuff, stamps, your dog, what you ate for lunch, that's when they strike. That's when they crawl into your system without you even blinking. Let me ask you something. How often do you throw out random pieces of paper without thinking? Old receipts, junk mail, stuff like that. Now imagine that a hacker, a social engineer, is dumpster diving behind your house right now, searching for that one discarded invoice with your email on it, or that birthday card with your spouse's name. Feels a bit creepy, right? Well, Hadnagy says that's exactly what they do. Social engineers are part detective, part actor. They follow you, they learn your routines, and then they strike. Hadnagy's mentor once cracked a company's internal system by simply knowing that a high-ranking official loved stamps. That tiny, useless detail became the Trojan horse that unlocked everything. It's not the passwords, the firewalls, or the antivirus software that protect you. It's your ability to recognize manipulation when it's happening. And let me tell you, it's happening everywhere. The difference between a secure life and a hackable one is how aware you are of your own weaknesses. Now let's take it to the next level, pretexting. This is where the real magic happens. Imagine you're a CEO and some overly polite salesperson comes into your office, casually mentioning a donation they'll make to your favorite charity if you buy their product. Sounds great, right? That charity is your weak spot. It's part of your identity, your values, and that salesperson knows it. They're not here to make a sale, they're here to make you trust them. Pretexting is all about building a believable story around a tiny piece of information you've shared unknowingly. You thought you were helping your community. In reality, you were helping someone break into your company's most secure systems. The more a social engineer knows about you, the better they can mold themselves to fit your world. It's not just about the pitch, it's about the performance. They might dress like you, talk like you, mirror your every move, and you won't even notice because you're too busy seeing what you want to see. That's the art of social engineering, giving you the illusion of safety, when in reality, the wolves are already inside the gate. Now let's pause here. Think about your social media for a second. How many pictures of your family, your favorite coffee spots, or your latest vacation have you posted? In social engineering, Hadnagy describes how something as innocent as a picture of your kids can be used against you. Scammers and social engineers track every move you make online. They don't care about your beach pics, they care about the patterns you reveal. What time do you post? Where do you hang out? Who are you connected to? Each detail becomes a piece of the puzzle. They use that to predict your behavior, exploit your habits, and craft a foolproof plan to con you. In one jaw-dropping stat from the book, Hadnagy points out that out of 734,000 people, 30,000 use their first name as a password. Think about that. Your weakest point might be your own predictability. The internet is an open window, and social engineers are looking right through it. Every tweet, every like, every share, it's data that could be used against you. Social engineers don't just get in your head, they get into your body language. They know how to mirror your movements, copy your posture, and make you feel an almost mystical connection with them. Hadnagy calls this building rapport, and once they have it, you're putty in their hands. Imagine sitting across from someone who laughs when you laugh, leans forward when you do, and speaks in the same cadence as you. You'd think you've met a kindred spirit, but what you've actually met is a master manipulator. The body betrays the mind every time. And if that's not creepy enough, wait until you hear about elicitation, the art of getting someone to give up critical information without them even realizing it. It's the conversational equivalent of pickpocketing. They're asking you seemingly innocent questions, maybe complimenting you along the way, and before you know it, you've handed over the keys to the kingdom. This isn't just psychology, it's an attack, one smile at a time. But there's something even more primal at play, our faces. Hadnagy goes deep into micro-expressions, those tiny flashes of emotion we can't hide, no matter how hard we try. You can't fake a real smile, and you can't hide fear or surprise when they strike. He breaks down the 7 universal emotions that every human shows: happiness, anger, sadness, fear, disgust, contempt, and surprise. These little twitches in your eyebrows, your lips, the corners of your eyes, they're all signals, and social engineers read them like a book. One of Hadnagy's colleagues used a simple pen click to rewire a target's emotional response, making them associate positive feelings with the sound. It's manipulative, yes, but also brilliant. This is the level of psychological chess these scammers play. They read your face to know when to press and when to pull back. And here's the kicker. They're usually better at reading you than you are at reading yourself. Let's go even deeper with neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, a sinister way of twisting your thoughts with words. Hadnagy explains how a well-placed emphasis or a slight change in tone can turn a question into a command, tricking your subconscious. It's called ultimate voice, and it's terrifying in its simplicity. Salespeople use this all the time to make you feel like you need what they're selling. Don't you agree becomes you agree when said with the right tone. Your brain doesn't stand a chance against this kind of manipulation. The book is packed with techniques that make you question whether you've ever had an original thought, or if every decision you've made has been gently nudged by someone with a better understanding of language than you. The scary part? It's subtle. You won't even realize it's happening until it's too late. And that's why it works. Now, for all you physical security buffs out there, guess what? Locks won't save you either. Hadnagy gets into the nitty-gritty of lockpicking and password cracking, and it's disturbingly easy. The way he describes popping open a lock with a simple tension wrench and pick makes it sound like child's play. But it's not just physical locks, it's digital ones too. Most people's passwords are embarrassingly weak. If your password is your birthday or password 123, you're basically leaving the door wide open. Hadnagy shares how a hacker once tricked 30,000 people into giving away their login info on a fake website. The lesson here is that the strongest systems in the world are only as strong as the weakest password. So what's the takeaway from all this? Simple. You can't outsmart these people if you don't understand their game. The human mind is hackable, and the best way to protect yourself is to learn the tricks before they're used against you. Hadnagy's book isn't just about spotting scams, it's about understanding human behavior at its most vulnerable points. He's showing you the cracks in the armor, the places where your brain gives up control without you even noticing. If you want to stay safe, you need to train yourself and your people to recognize the signs. From pretexting to elicitation to microexpressions, this book gives you the tools to fight back. But only if you're willing to accept one hard truth. You're not as in control as you think you are. But now, at least, you know how to start taking back that control. Thanks for sticking with me on this wild ride through the human mind. I hope you're leaving this a little more paranoid, but also a whole lot smarter. Don't let the hackers get the better of you. Stay sharp, stay informed, and of course, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this dive into the world of social engineering. Until next time, stay safe out there.